You know what? Those are old-fashioned crunches. But I tell you what, if you give me and Toby 5 minutes of your time, we can show you some better core exercises that you can do every day, whether you're just beginning or whether you're more advanced, to make your core stronger and help out with your back pain and your leg pain. So if you got 5 minutes, here we go.
Good. So Dr. Weaver, exercise 1, we're going to start with your tabletop.
Okay.
This very strong, interesting muscle called the transverse abdominis. That's what we're going to train initially to start. So just like that, you're going to have your hands right there, just right close to your bladder there, the muscle deep inside. You're going to inhale all the way up and exhale. Cool. Just keep exhaling, drawing that ribs right down until when you feel that activate. Cool. As it's activated, you're going to keep that contraction throughout, and your breathing is just going to come normal. You're going to breathe normally, but don't lose this contraction. Keep that ribs down. My hands should not be able to get underneath you the whole time. So keep drawing that ribs down to contract it, and then make sure that the lower back doesn't come off the floor. You're going to go one after the other. So we're going to pick up your right knee up, using that muscle really good. So this, you got to be really careful. You'll be tempted to use your hip flexors. We don't want to use our hip flexors. We want to make sure we're using those TVAs. So pull up the left one. Very good. And keep the breathing going normal. And then right one goes down, and then left one goes down gently. Good. We'll do another rep just so that we can see properly. So we go up, right one again. Very good. Good. Keep using that muscle to pull it up. Left one comes up now. Very good. And the breathing is going normal. Right one goes down gently, and the left one goes down gently. Very good. So that's one exercise that we can do. For the ones that are advanced, we're gonna take that and then take into a reverse crunch. So we're gonna start with the exact same thing. Let's activate that TVA. So hands there, pinch on the sides of your bladder. Exhale, really deep, get through till it's activated and strong. Good. Keep the breathing the same. We're gonna bring the right one up. Very good. And then left one up. Good. And this time, while holding it, your hands are gonna come up behind your head. Take the head off the mat just a little bit. Good. And then they're gonna go simultaneously both out. One. Good. And back in. Very good. Keep drawing that ribs down. Again. Two. Very good. And one more. And three. Now he makes it look so easy. This is really difficult. The key part of it is making sure your back doesn't come off the ground. Keep that all in there. And then slowly, don't drop it. The right leg's gonna go down, left leg go down, head go down. Keep that activated. Hands go down, and then release the whole lot. Very good. So that is the tabletop number 1 exercise. Moving on from that, we'll go to the quadruped. Okay, so with this one, you're gonna be in all fours. To make sure we're doing this properly, we're gonna pull a stick right in the middle of the back here. If you have a glass water, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can use any of that as well. So same thing, we're gonna activate the TVA. So you're gonna pretend as if I'm gonna punch you right in here. Keep that nice and strong. Very good. Let's go. One leg is gonna go straight out, and the opposite hand is gonna go out at the same time. Very good. And back in. Good. And without rotating those hips, do the opposite side. Keep that core tight. Very good. Exhale as you're going out. Come back in. Very good. Let's do one again. Both out. Good. And then back in. Good. If you're doing it well, it should not be a lot of movement with the stick. And then the other way. Very good. And back in. Good stuff. Excellent. Now for the advanced, this one is really tough, but if this is getting so easy, you've had the stick on your back or your glass water, whatever, and it's not affecting you, it's nice and easy. We're gonna advance it a little bit. This time we're gonna do the bear crawl. So, but you're gonna come off your knee, so pack up the toes, come off the knees. Very good. So this is very intense, and this is gonna keep it all activated, and we're gonna keep that movement going. So we go opposites here. Good.
Oop.
Yeah, that's so it really tests that balance there. Very good. And back. Good. And then the other way. Good. So for Dr. William, you can see that his hips is rotated. So come back in and down. So then go back to the floor. Good. So once I can tell when you can see that the hips is rotating and you're fully losing balance, we just stop right there and go back to the quadruped. And that way we build our strength little by little. All right. I want Dr. Will to do that again, just so you can see how tough it is. And again, if you're able to do this well, then your core is bulletproof. But if it's not yet, we can work up to it. Very good. You see, test the balance there. Just keep that hips, try not to rotate it. Very good, very good. That's not bad, that's not bad at all. And then you come down, just like that. Like we said, you just build it up step by step. And this is the way you really, really challenge your core. Everybody's favorite, we go to a side plank, okay? So with the side plank first, you wanna have it straight, excellent, real good. The key here is you're gonna squeeze your glutes so your hips is pointed straight forward out, all right? So you're gonna
pretty much a straight line.
Straight line, exactly. Gonna come off the hips, knees down. We did a modified version. Push your hip forward. They're very good, all right? And now we're gonna dip and back up. Good, and up. 1, we do that 5 times. Down and back up. 2, really, really good exercise for your obliques. And then, good. 3, let's do 2 more. Here, push up, good. And 1 more, very good. So if this is what you can do, stick to
if
that.
you notice, Toby counts like most trainers.
He's really sick.
He skipped a good 2 of them.
Good stuff. All right, now we're going to the advanced one. This time the leg's gonna go straight out. We're gonna put one foot in front of the other.
And you're gonna do it on both sides.
Yeah.
So if we switch, you're basically doing the same thing.
Right. Just right there.
Yes.
Good. And this time we lift off the floor. Push that hips right forward. That's the key part in there. Your glutes, everything is on the obliques there. And we'll straight up. 1, 2, maybe I'll make sure it's 5 this time. 3, he called me out. 4, and 1 more. And 5. Really good. Talking about numbers, we always just encourage you to do what you can do. You will be able to tell if this number is enough, because a lot of times you're like, I want to do 10, but I'm not able to do 10, and then you feel bad about that, right? Mm-hmm. You don't really have to do 10 if the form is not going to be correct and you're not doing it the right way. If it's 4 you can do those 4. Do the perfect 4 that you can do, and then you just build your strength up little by little. What do you say to
and
that?
And if you're doing the modifier,
right,
and you can do the modifier well, and then you go to the more extensive one and you're struggling with balance or whatever, just go back to the modifier. It's better to do the modifier well and more times until you get to it. Just like when I was doing the bird dog with my knees off the floor, I couldn't do it as well. So I need to stay more in the quadruped and focus on that.
Absolutely, really good. And then for the last one, go to the plank. And this is something really interesting with the plank is we always want to encourage you. You go down to your elbows, everything all directed, but we're going to encourage you first to put your knees down. Good. This is heavily neglected because a lot of people just go straight to the full plank, and sometimes the butt is too high or it's too low. How do you tell if you're doing the plank correctly? To do it accurately, you need to go in here, start off with your knee on the ground. We'll call this the modifier, because that's what it is. Hips are gonna come up a little bit. Good. The contraction is in here, and you can hold this for however seconds you can hold it for. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, as long as you're pushing yourself, that's great. To make it advanced, all you're gonna do, nothing changes in the whole upper body except the toe. So the toe pikes down, and he's gonna use this to push right down and extend that knee up. If you do that, there's a lot of vibration that occurs immediately. This is how you know you're doing the plank the right way. And at this point, if this just for isometric static plank, this is very big for the core. And you just hold that for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 35 seconds, however long you can hold it. And Dr. Weaver, that is really good. And we can just settle back down here, and then just relax. So those are the 4 exercises we would like you to do. That is much better than you just doing the old-fashioned crunches and stuff. And I believe you me, if you will stick to those, stay on the modifier if that's what you can handle. And the easier it gets, then you can try to do the advanced one, and we'll see a lot of difference, many difference with your core.
Concentrate on keeping the core strong, and the whole time that's what you're thinking. Core strong.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.